Hi, my name is Nick, and I'd like to give you an overview of what the Chainletter blockchain-backed credentialing system is all about. I'm going to show you the perspective of an administrator who's creating verifiable certificates and the perspective of a student who might be claiming those certificates. Since this is a file-based system, we need some files to start with, and I'm going to go into Canva and make a quick certificate to show you an easy way to do this external to our system. This is my Canva dashboard, and you can see I've been creating certificates of it already of cute cats and cute dogs. We're going to customize the certificate of cat, it's called, but I was using it for dogs. I'm going to change the name of this dog to Mia, and we're going to just download our certificate by going to File, Download, and that's going to store in our Downloads folder, and I'll be back in just a sec. You can see here that the file that I just made in Canva has been downloaded to my Downloads Demo Files folder, and I've named it Mia. We'll need that for the next step. We're now at the starting point for the Chainletter platform. I'm using different web browsers to represent the different people that we're talking about interacting with the system, just to kind of keep things straight. So in my Edge browser, I'm currently logged in as someone who represents an administrator at the school or business that has created this private label that is Dev API. Now, this would be the name of your actual business, your school. A lot of this is customizable. We're not demoing that in this platform. That's part of the private labeling system and the private label creation process. But this is just a very generic private label called Dev API where we're going to be issuing credentials from. So as the possibly registrar, possibly manager, possibly owner of the business, I'm going to click the Create Credentials button, which takes me to the credentialing authorship site. Now, I've been doing a little bit of testing, so I already have a bunch of collections in this site, but if you were starting from nothing, you would just have a button inviting you to create your first collection. I'm going to go through this process pretty quickly since we're not doing a deep dive into the features of the platform. We're doing a quick crash course. So I'm going to click on Create Collection, and we're going to call this collection Demo 1. I'm just going to copy Demo 1 for all the fields. There's the idea of public and private collections that deals with how either your files are publicly available on the internet or they're not. That's out of the scope of this demo though. Okay, so I'm creating a collection. It makes sure that I want to confirm that I want to create it. And now in my list I have a Demo 1. I've created a new collection where I can drag and drop files. I'm going to start with that certificate that we just made. It was called Mia. And if I drag it into our upload window, you can see it's asking me to confirm that I want to upload one or more files. Now this file mia.png has been uploaded to our storage, but it hasn't been added to the blockchain yet. The reason is that we allow for bulk stamping operations. This means that you can only take one blockchain operation and you can stamp up to 1,000 files in a collection. This is done to save costs, save gas, save bandwidth. I mean, it makes everything a lot less expensive if you can plan out, how many files at once you're going to be stamping. Obviously, this isn't necessarily the right move for someone who wants to issue credentials immediately on something like the completion of a web training tool, but if you're putting in 2,000 transcripts at a time, you definitely don't want to have to stamp each one individually. So it's sort of a balanced approach. You can just stamp one file at a time, though, if that's your use case. You can see if I go back to my list in the application, my Demo 1 should now be present. And it is. It's listed as not stamped. It has one file. It's created today. I'm going to go back in there. We're going to upload a few more certificates for the purposes of this demo. So I'm going to go to my folder that contains all my cute cats and dogs. I'm going to select the remainder. I'm going to upload 9 files. Ask me if I want to upload 9. Yes, I do. You can see that it's uploaded them to our cloud storage very quickly. And now we're ready to stamp. We have all of our individual cats, dogs, whatever. If I want to open the file to verify what's in there, I can. If I click on Stamp All, this is going to be a very quick operation, and I click Stamp Collection. All of these have now been stamped to the blockchain nearly instantaneously. It doesn't matter if there were 1 or 1,000, it happens that quickly. Now we're going to switch to Firefox to represent our pet parent who's going to claim the credential for their cute cat or dog. So to do that, I'm opening up the Firefox browser and I'm just pasting in. We're going to pretend that this link was emailed to me or sent to me via some kind of chat tool or a company website. But right now I've pasted in that private link, that share link, and you can see that now I'm not signed in, but I can see that it's a certificate for Mia, the dog, who I'm hopefully the owner of this dog. And if I want to claim my file, I have to create an account. So I'm going to click on Sign In. It's my only option. We're in the Sign In page and I don't have an account, so I'm going to click on Sign Up. I'm going to paste in a fake email. I'm going to put in my name as, I don't know, John Smith, who owns Mia the dog. I'm going to click on Continue. And it's going to suggest a password, which I'll change later, and I'm going to continue. And now it's going to verify. It's going to have me verify my email, so I'm going to pause. I received a verification email for the test email address I put in. If I take that and I paste it in here, you can see that we've signed up. We've been returned to the file to claim. The button that used to say sign up has changed to a claim button. If I click on that button, it says my free item has been claimed successfully. We can find it on the My Profile page. So the page should automatically refresh and give us access to the logged in features, such as My Profile. If I click on that, you can see that now I have a blank user with a default background. I have one credential that I've claimed. If I click on the favorite button, I can display it up top in my credentialing profile. If I pin it, then other people who view my unique link here, which I can share with other people, by the way, or post on LinkedIn, they'll get access to this page that I can customize to show off any credentials that I've claimed from any Chainletter-backed institutions or businesses. If I click on one of these certificates, you'll see the verification panel pop up, which tells me everything I need to know about this certificate. I'll run through it really quick, but this is the main feature of the Chainletter platform. So we can download a verifiable copy of this file that we could give to other people, and they can drag it in and they can confirm that it's the real file. It says when the file was stamped, and if it was stamped as part of a bulk, a group, like a group of transcripts for a specific course, specific year, when it was stamped, when it was added to our database. This is the unique content ID that's based on the bytes or the pixels in this image. So any change to any single pixel will generate a completely new content ID. It tells you which person or which institution stamped this, which company or business issued this, and who it was issued to. Since we haven't customized our profile yet, it just says user. But you can see it's a powerful tool for building up your list of credentials or your list of achievements or your list of online courses that you've completed or certifications. And then you can send this page to a potential employer, and they can browse it and verify that these were actually issued by the places that you say issued them. It's a fraud combating platform. It's a way to establish truth on the blockchain. And I hope that this little demonstration of the tool shows how to go from, with a zero wallet approach, how to go from a file to a certifiable file attached to a university or institution and a person. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, are you still there? Did you want more information on how to verify this on the blockchain? This might not be for everybody because it's kind of too much information, but if we click on these links, that'll take us out to the blockchain scanner and the data behind the group. Okay, so first I clicked on the group found on base blockchain, which is actually a transaction ID on the Sepolia testnet for our test server. And it's showing you the address, which is assigned to our individual user, and it's showing you that the content ID, see how it says UXMX, and we go back to our certificate and we can see that the group ends in UXMX. That's how you know that this is actually verifiable and someone else could use a blockchain explorer. They could find the transaction. So this UXMX file is actually the hash of this group file, which should contain Mia the dog. See UF4. Let's find Mia the dog in our bulk. UF4. There's Mia the dog. So we can see that through a lot of crypto and math and all this other kind of stuff that our transaction is fully backed by the blockchain, and that the data resolves ultimately to an image where if a single pixel is changed it would be a different image. So you can see how our certificate is blockchain backed.